There's a message.
There's a message in a bottle.
I don't know. I think so.
Oh.
Nestor, do you know that song? No. Fuck. Let me look it up. I think it's called
Nestor?
Dear Maria.
Nestor was too hardcore in high school.
Cause I'm coming with you. I got your picture. Dear Maria, count me in.
That's our intro, bro. For the week.
Me.
1-800 make some noise. It's the motherfucking Clear Frame Boys.
What the fuck, man? We're back. I noticed that I say fuck a lot, maybe too early, so it might mess with our algorithm.
Really?
So yeah, maybe. So I got to stop saying it like too early. They say
F-bombs?
they say within the first couple of minutes is when you should be your cleanest at least.
That's the only parts they check in the algorithm?
I don't know, but I've read
It's not just you. I definitely say that I drop a lot of F-bombs.
Yeah, but while editing the last episode, I'm like, dang, I literally said it like 5 times within the 2 minutes span. I was like, all right, maybe I got to cool it on that. And on that note, what's good?
Dude,
we're in the
set a 2 minute
timer
in here for the 3 minutes. We'll give
3 minutes.
3 minute F-bomb timer.
5 minutes.
5?
5
Okay,
minutes.
we'll do 5 minutes. And if you say it within those 5 minutes, you got to take a shot. That's just more incentive.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think none of us ever want to take shots except for Porky, but.
All right. Well, welcome back to the F-Bomb Studios. Your host, Louis D2C, Nez G. We got Big Cat and Pablo. St. Pablo.
Yo.
We're back.
No, but yeah, going back to what you were saying about F-bombs, you know what? I never noticed how much I actually cuss until my last job. Because I would just go to my manager and be like, F this, F that, blah, 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 this effing thing over here, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. And it like it never fazed me. And I thought about it one day. I was like, that's so weird. Like, that's so unprofessional. Like, I feel like any other job, you would never go up to your boss and just be like, hey, this effing thing over here. Oh, I don't know how you are at your
Sometimes
job.
I do, and I have thought about it like, you know, maybe.
Yeah. Are we just so like desensitized
No,
to it now?
because some of them talk to you the same way.
Yeah.
You know, they'll drop the F-bombs as well. And it makes sense. It's like, okay, so
You have to know when to switch back and forth.
Yeah,
from,
you-
like, professional self to like, because you do build somewhat of a friendship with your boss, your coworkers.
you talk to them like friends at some point. Yeah.
at one-
But see, I got a little bit too comfortable to the point where, like, when he wasn't happy, like, he's like, oh, like, you know, why are you BSing with me, blah, 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 blah. Like, so I've seen the other side of the coin. I was at a job long enough where, like, at first I was cool and then it wasn't cool.
Yeah.
But no, I'm very aware when I am, because the thing is, like, at home, like around my mom and stuff like that, I don't cuss at all. So if I'm watching a movie, I catch all like oh crap, like, you know, like there's F-bombs going off right now, dude. Like my nephew's around, my mom's right there. Like, it's just like, I was just like,
I don't care.
lower the volume.
Maybe I'm just because
my mom's like old school religious, so she'll just be like,
I'm fairly
settles, blah, blah, blah.
I'm fairly comfortable with my parents when it comes to stuff like that. But yeah, you know, I try to be respectful, not like say it too much. But like if a little slip up here and there wouldn't matter with us. Maybe my mom would say something, but then I'll just say it a couple more times just to be an asshole.
I cuss a lot around them. I definitely do.
In Spanish or in English?
Yeah, like, but it's like part of my fucking.
Bro,
It's cussed.
Take
all
it or
right,
leave
give him
it.
a shot.
There it is. Yeah, it's like part of my like
Vocabulary.
my Spanish vocab, and
Apparently you're English too.
like, I don't obviously I don't direct it towards like at them, but it like
No, like I feel like it's normally used as like what, an adjective, right? Like a describing word.
Yeah.
Like this effing thing over here.
yeah. Like for example, like I'll like ask a question and be like, "Oh, qué chingados es esto?" But it's like,
Does he not understand? We're not trying to.
English or Spanish, bro.
That's not. The C,
Yes,
Is the C word a cuss word?
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. All right.
What do you use it at, if that was in English? How would you say that sentence?
What the freak is this?
Exactly. No, you're not saying. I've never in our fucking life have ever heard you say freak.
I have alternatives for
Again, I've
curse
never
words.
heard you say freak.
Dag nabbit.
I've never heard you say dag nabbit.
Dang nabbit.
Dag nabbit. Gosh darn it.
I've never heard you say that either. No.
Yeah,
What?
so when you're not trying
No, you're full of poop, dude. You don't say any other stuff.
Shiitake. That's shiitake.
that's funny because once you're trying not to cuss, your white comes out.
Yeah.
Gosh darn it.
I forgot what I was watching. Might have been like a random TikTok, but they went to like a university in Utah, and they were asking students what their favorite curse words were, and like 90% of these people were all Mormon, so they were saying like goofy stuff like that, like butt, poop. Like these were like adult, like 19, 20-year-old college students.
Oh, so educated. Okay. Yeah. So we're not educated. Somebody went to college.
Hey, but let me ask you something. You ever notice when somebody doesn't cuss? Because I immediately notice it.
Oh, like when they're purposely like saying words like that he's saying right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they kind of like.
Or like, what the freak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could tell like they're avoiding wanting to say it or something. They're just like.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there isn't. But
No.
it's just
Maybe-
you notice it.
How about-
It's funny because it's like yeah, dude, I know you cuss.
Okay, how
I know you
about
cuss.
I don't want to set a counter because that's going to be a lot of editing.
Yeah.
But let's do our best not to say a single cuss word, and we'll try to replace it with something else.
Good luck with that, dude.
Fuck that shit, I'm out.
And if somebody wants to set a counter, if Pablo, if you want to do it, the one that says the most at the end of the episode has to do a punishment. We can either do that. I think we should do that this episode, starting now.
I think sorry. Okay. I just tried to burp.
I know. What the hell? Is that a curse word? Hell?
That
Yeah.
was no, it's
Yeah.
not. Oh,
Yes,
is it?
it
It
is.
is.
Yeah.
So you gotta
Okay.
say heck.
You have 5 seconds to get out of your system.
H-E-double dicks.
I never
That's
used
the
that
worst
word.
one.
That's like a British one. British people be having different curse
Okay,
words.
so starting now, no more.
Fuck is my favorite word.
Well, that's one for you.
Why?
Because we're starting now. Okay, starting
I had already
now.
started coming. Okay, starting now.
How
starting
about
now.
how about biatch?
I like biatch. You can say biatch.
Nah, that
I can say
counts.
biatch?
That's just hinting at it. That's like, ooh, like, but you know.
All right,
what you're saying.
biznatch. Biznatch.
That's a little bit better. Yeah.
All right, biznatch.
B word.
B word works.
B word.
If that's what you want to use, yeah.
You freaking B word. Freaking? Can we say freaking?
Yes.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
say
yeah,
freaking.
yeah.
All right.
All right.
B word.
Yeah, you don't need to say them all right now. I'm just saying, throughout your conversation, you can start saying them.
No, I was expressing anger towards you for setting these rules.
Oh,
He's
okay.
He's practicing.
You
ahead of
freaking
time. I'm gonna
B-word.
forget. I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna automatically.
Well, you're going to have a punishment, so
Yeah. Fuck.
it'll be a punishment for the night.
I told you.
It's going to be a
I
punishment
told
for the
you.
next episode.
I didn't even finish saying it, but that
No,
can
that
count.
counts. That
Yeah,
counts.
that counts.
We'll count it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to come in with something. Have you guys ever? Well, let me start with this actually. Did you guys know that Vin Diesel's a fucking? Fuck! This is gonna suck. This will be the worst episode ever.
You bunghole.
Did you guys know that Vin Diesel's a freaking like EDM artist?
No.
This poop blew my mind yesterday.
This poop. This is a kid-friendly episode.
Okay, let's not mention every time we say an alternative.
All right.
But this poop literally blew my mind. 2 days ago, my partner told me at work, and we listened to it. Holy poop! It's so good, dude. Literally, like, you would never believe this is Vin Diesel, like actually performing this EDM song.
That's cool.
I suggest and highly recommend you listen to. There's 2 on Spotify. Like, highly recommend you listen to them after the episode. I would play them, but I don't want to get
his DJ
flagged
name?
or anything.
What's his DJ name?
He just goes by Vin Diesel.
Group.
Really?
He doesn't even go by DJ. He just goes by Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel's not his real name, right? That's his
No.
that's his
persona. I
Hollywood-
think
that's his Hollywood name.
Yeah. And
Just
the whole
like no
just like The
nobody's
Rock,
named
bro.
their kid Vin Diesel.
and the whole reason for him doing this was actually during COVID because he couldn't do movies, and he's all, I just wanted to express myself and like give you guys some other type of content. And he said he's always been an artist, like he's always been doing music, and he linked up with a DJ. I don't know what DJ it was, and they made a couple songs together.
Khaled.
But dude, they're actually
We the best.
surprisingly really, really good.
You know who else is a DJ and you probably didn't even know either?
Who?
Shaq.
Everybody knows Shaq's a DJ.
Really?
I knew Shaq.
Yeah.
was a DJ.
Yeah, I
actually
knew
seen
Shaq's a
him.
DJ.
I seen him at one of the music festivals. His DJ name is Diesel, not Vin
Yeah.
Diesel, but Diesel. That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So he's got some competition.
No.
Vin Diesel.
Because he's a DJ and Vin Diesel's an actual artist. Like he's actually singing in these EDM songs.
Oh,
Oh, he's
okay.
Yeah,
singing.
yeah. And
He's got a voice.
he's got a very monotone, deep voice that sounds very groovy, like very like.
Oh, I'm Groot.
No, not like that. But it sounds very like
Okay, that-
very chill.
That because like I'm gonna be real, I don't like EDM music, so I probably won't even like care to listen to it. But now that I heard that he's actually like doing
Yeah,
some vocals
yeah.
in it, I might check it out.
It's all
It's on.
vo-
Is it on Spotify?
Yeah, 2 songs are on
Okay,
Spotify.
I'll,
yeah,
I'll scope it out.
it kind of sounds like you know when somebody remixes a song and they'll like try to pitch the voice down and it sounds
But
like
he
that.
had the deep voice.
But that's his actual voice. Yeah.
Even Dominic Toretto.
Mhm.
Like, this is for family.
Family is
Even
forever.
Groot, bro. When he did Groot. I'm Groot.
All right.
Bautista, bro.
Yeah.
You obviously heard in the news of another death, right? Another recent death.
No.
R.I.P. PNB Rock.
Rock.
Yep.
Oh.
Hip hop artist.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who he is?
I don't know a song is a specific song.
But
got-
you heard of his
I've heard
death,
his
too?
name, but I
He
heard
got
something crazy.
gunned down in out of
Roscoe's?
Roscoe's Chicken and
Roscoe's in
Waffles,
LA,
yeah.
bro.
Did you know that I didn't look too far into it because I didn't know this actually just happened. But apparently the game has a song that he made in like 2007 or something like
Was
that.
it you that sent to us, or he? Sent
I
it?
just sent
Oh,
it.
so you just sent it right now? I saw it earlier.
the TikTok.
Oh, okay. He
Yeah.
made a song like.
Tell me about it, because I didn't watch the video.
Did you watch it? 'Cause
Yeah, so he mentions it. The game mentions it in one of his previous songs from like 10 years ago, where he basically says, "Don't wear your chain. When you step into a Roscoe's, take off your chain. When you step into the Roscoe's in LA, take off your chain, because there's chain snatchers."
And it was like that
they'll shoot you."
specific Roscoe's is the one he was
Yeah.
rapping about.
He was referencing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but there's another thing too, because so like a lot of these artists have been dying. So Young Dolph died.
Yeah.
Wait. Are we overlooking the fact that the game predicted this?
It was just a warning.
Yeah,
I don't know,
he didn't
dude.
necessarily predict his death.
This
but
is
he-
like The Simpsons, dude. The game predicted
The
this.
system is different. I believe what's his name, Matt Groening, the guy who created it. I believe that fucker's a fucking.
Just keep going.
That guy's that whippersnapper is.
Don't point that thing at me.
Is a time traveler, but no, but the game that was just a warning. Like, hey, like when you step into this Roscoe's, don't wear your.
Yo,
chain.
for the
I'm
record,
gonna
bro,
s-
a bunch of drug dealers and criminals are the kind of people that eat at
Yeah,
Roscoe's,
but I was.
dude.
I've
Well,
eaten at
I wouldn't go
Roscoe's,
that
dude. What are you
far. What
talking
the
about?
heck?
I mean, I like Roscoe's too. But
I don't even
hold on.
eat meat anymore, and I know Roscoe's is fire. Bro.
Roscoe's is fire, but you go into a Roscoe's and chances are you're gonna see someone with a freaking ankle monitor walking around in there.
Dude, they have a Roscoe's in Pasadena, dude.
So what?
Yeah, they're all over the place.
Yeah.
Pasadena is like the
It's
whitest
like
place you can go
whitest
to.
place you can go.
But I was gonna segue into something as far as like the game. I know he didn't predict it. And I know
wait,
it's-
before you get to that, because I'm not off the subject. So,
Okay.
so the other thing is like, a lot of these artists were all under the same label.
What artist?
So Young Dolph,
PNB.
PNB, dude. Okay, so I just found out Pop Smoke was dead. I didn't know he was dead.
What?
What?
Yeah, I didn't know he was dead.
Bro.
I guess I must have slept on that. But yeah, Pop Smoke, he got gunned down by a 15-year-old
Yeah.
I don't
in
know.
his own apartment,
I don't
right?
know who he is.
I don't know
The
the
place he was
details.
staying, at least. But yeah.
In his
And,
apartment. Yeah. in
Yeah,
his apartment.
all these dudes. I mean, I've been told that it's a very common ring, but it's a bling. It's just a regular star, like a 5-star, like a pentagram almost.
From the label.
I don't know if it's label related, but I think a lot of people just wear it. But it's just a blinged out. It's like covered in like crystals and stuff like that. And they were all wearing it. Every artist that has died has been wearing that ring.
What?
Really?
Yeah, so
are
say-
they? Who do you think they're gifted it? Like who gifted them that
I
ring?
don't know. I think it's almost like a signal or whatever. But like people are saying that ring is super common. But the other thing too is like the other theory is that their record label has like an insurance or like a
Like a life insurance
life
type of policy on
insurance
them.
on them. So if they die, they get money from it.
Okay, that's sketchy.
So they might be putting out hits on them.
what label is this?
I don't know. I didn't look up deep into
You
it.
can't mention it because they'll get shot too.
Yeah.
All right, so if we get an email, once this
Cease
comes
and
out.
desist.
No. From this label or this label we haven't heard about, and then we look them up. We read the email like, hey, like, you know, we're looking to step into the podcast game because it's the next big thing. We want to sign you guys for X amount of years for X amount of dollars. We'll send you a contract, read it, sign it, whatever. Get a lawyer if you want.
I'll send you a ring.
And no, we don't know that, but it's a big check, right? It's like guaranteeing us a shit ton of money for 4 years, right?
Yeah.
And that means we don't have to go to our full-time jobs anymore. Like, this is our full-time job. And then we're like, oh, this is interesting. We look up the label. I'm like, oh, Pop Smoke. Oh, PNB Rock. Oh, these are big names. And then it's like, oh, wait a minute.
They're dead.
There's a life insurance policy. Do we do it?
Yeah.
It's kind of sketch that your own work would put you on a life insurance policy.
I mean,
I don't think it was life insurance.
chances
but I think
are,
they're just insured for
chances
the
are
artists
only
in general.
one of us four is gonna die, right?
Yeah.
I don't wear rings. I don't do rings, so I think I'm good.
I don't do rings either.
No,
No.
you do jewelry, Pablo?
Pablo had a horrific
I
thoughts
don't,
ring.
but
He
but
had a
I did
horrific
have a
thoughts
HT ring, so
Ooh,
Ooh. They're gonna be like, here, Pablo.
Give me the ring.
that's our producer. I don't think we can do it.
Out.
I don't think we. That's our producer. I don't know if we can do it.
So we stop him or what? You're gonna take the bullet for him?
I'm not taking a bullet. I'm just saying maybe we just don't sign and we all live.
I don't know. 4 years, bro. Russian roulette. That's 1 out of 4. I'm down.
Or it's just
It's a
power.
quarter chance you might live.
Power of the luck. Every time we record, we switch the ring. So one of us is wearing it like, every week. And then it's just whatever happens. I ain't gonna know Roscoe's, I'll tell you that much.
Bro, they'll probably get me.
I got DoorDash, bro. I'm just DoorDashing everything.
They're gonna get me at Chipotle or something, dude. He goes there a lot.
Full chokes
Oh,
on.
man.
Full chokes on a burrito.
Local podcaster gets shot and killed in front of local Chipotle.
Dude, that is crazy.
Yeah.
That's actually insane.
Segueing into what you were saying.
Yeah, so speaking of the Simpsons predicting stuff, they're not the only ones that did. It's kind of a trip. Hopefully I don't know. Just listen to it.
Did you see the thing about the Queen?
No.
They predicted that, but yeah.
So WWE video games, dude. Back in 2006, SmackDown versus Raw, PS2 era. The Undertaker actually predicted a couple things in the game. He has a segment in the story mode where he has a match, or I don't know, it was just a story, I don't know, with Eddie Guerrero, and he threw him inside a casket and then, covered him in dirt.
Yeah.
And the same weekend that game was released, Eddie Guerrero died. And then the following year, 2007 now, The Undertaker...
Hold on, because I don't want to interrupt you, but let me know when you're done.
Okay, you just interrupted me by not wanting to interrupt me.
Let me know when you're done.
The Undertaker tells Chris Benoit, he says, this is verbatim, your grieving family will have no one to blame. Hang on, I'm doing this wrong.
No, you're doing it right.
His grieving family will have no one to blame but him when the inevitable occurs. And then later that year, Chris Benoit killed his wife and his child.
His family.
Damn.
Yeah. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about that one? That one mind fucked me a little bit.
I remember playing the story mode on the first 2006 version, and then
That
when he
happens.
buries Eddie Guerrero, I was like,
Dude.
what
And a lot of people
coincidence.
are saying like, you know what? I do remember this now. Like,
I remember it clearly because I used to play that story mode over and over because I was like one of the only games I had for like 3 years. I would constantly play it with different characters.
Okay, so that's
I
an
do remember that.
organization I fully believe would like how we were talking about the record label would have something like that
Yes,
on their wrestlers.
yes.
And I feel like
well, the Ultimate Warrior, right? So the Ultimate Warrior had a big feud with WWF, WWE, Vince McMahon, to the point we just burped at the same time.
Oh.
To the point where they basically shunned him from the company. They would never work with him again over whatever the reason was. And then they always have a way of like making up with their wrestlers for the Hall of Fame. They want to give him a Hall of Fame ring. Well, they finally make up with him, and dude, this guy bashed WWE and Vince McMahon. Like, he bashed them nasty, right? He made all these shoot interview DVDs. Like, he talked a lot of crap about them. And they finally, like, reconcile. They're like, you're going to get a Hall of Fame ring, whatever. They do it. It's always the night before WrestleMania. Then it's WrestleMania. And then it's Monday Night Raw. He appears at Monday Night Raw. He gives this speech. And he just sounds off. Like, the way he's talking, he's like, you know, Ultimate Warriors forever. He says it like that. Like, he's trying to shout it, but he can't really shout it. And then he dies later that week. Like, he made his final, like, they made up, and he made his final speech and his final appearance.
Basically, he kind of, like, got them a bunch of views and ratings.
Yeah. And they're like, we're the good guys. We forgave him for everything he did. And then that same week, he freaking dies.
Kicks the bucket.
Yeah.
See, they're the ones that I fully believe. And then, like, what you're going back to what you're saying about the video game, could be that somebody that had it to do with, like, the writing for the game might have had a guilty conscience and was, like, trying to, like, warn people or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
I fully believe it. I fully believe, like, like, I started thinking about, like, stuff in, like, Hollywood. Like, stuff that's probably happening actually in Hollywood that's, like, actually true. And, like, they're just, like, leaking it out through there, hoping somebody would notice. But, like, we just all go to the movies.
And you always hear conspiracies like that, right?
Yes.
Like, oh, this guy was trying to tell her,
Yeah.
she was trying to tell us something all along.
Yeah.
And, you know, like the Anne Hesh thing. Like,
we're definitely going into, like foil head, like foil in the
Yeah,
head
yeah,
territory.
yeah.
But, like, you never know, dude. Like, the world, like, there's so much going on in the world right now. There's something going on right now.
I mean,
while we're
I've
here.
always believed we live in a simulation anyways, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe we're just making this poopy up on our own.
Yeah.
But that one tripped me the F out, like, big time.
That honestly, I kind of believe that. That, like, maybe not time traveler territory, but definitely, like, somebody knew
It was
up
set up, right?
ahead of the time.
Yeah.
And, like, was like, hey, hopefully somebody sees this and, like, sees that, like, there's some sketch stuff going on.
Yeah. Oof. Scary.
That's crazy. Going into that. Also, we're going into, like, spooky season, right?
We are.
Spooky season. I went to go see that movie Barbarian. Have you heard of it?
Barbarian. It's brand new.
Yeah, it just, like, came out in theaters. Have you heard of it at least?
No, not at all.
Okay, so I'm just gonna give you the breakdown of the trailer because I saw the trailer and I've seen the movie, so there's zero spoilers. So it's basically about this girl that goes and stays in an Airbnb, right? This is something that can, like, happen. It's, like, super common, right? She goes and stays at an Airbnb, and it just so happens that somebody, like, the company that owns this property double books it. She
Okay.
gets there, somebody's already staying there.
Okay.
She's, like, confused, like, oh, I'm at the wrong place, blah, blah, blah. No, it's the right one. Like, she's just trying to get in, nobody's there, and then she sees the light turn on. There's a guy walking around outside. She talks to him. It's, like, the middle of the night. She's like, what are you doing here? This is my Airbnb. And he's like, nah, it's mine. They show each other, like, the confirmation. She's like, oh, you're right. And she's like, well, whatever, you know, like, you got here first. I can't do nothing about it. I'll go get a hotel.
I did see the previews for that,
Yes.
actually.
And then, like the guy in the movie is actually the guy who plays the clown from It, the newer one.
Okay, what's his name?
Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah.
So he's trying to be a gentleman. Like, he's like, no, you know what? Just stay here. Like, you know, or, like, you can, like, come inside. It's a dangerous neighborhood. It's in Detroit.
Yeah.
And, like, all the area that's shut down.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, like, all, like, abandoned, basically. And there just happens to be this one Airbnb in that
The
middle of
middle
that
of-
neighborhood that's,
yeah.
like, fixed up, and everything else is just, like, there's nobody in sight.
Across
there's no
the street from a
So,
Roscoe's.
this-
Chicken-
I already tell there's a thriller, like,
Oh, yeah, dude.
Very
This
anxious,
is,
like,
yes.
okay.
This one will have you on the edge of your seat,
oh,
dude.
man.
Yeah, it was rough. It was a rough watch for me. Because,
right.
you know, I don't even really like scary movies like that. But, so he's, like, telling her, just stay here. She's like, okay. Or, like, and she's, like, calling, and then he's like, you know what? There's a convention in town. Like, you're not going to find any hotel rooms. Just stay here for the night. Like,
So convenient, huh?
yeah. Like, go stay in your, go take the room, and, like, I'll sleep on the couch. She goes, she's like, okay, whatever. She locks the door, goes to bed, wakes up in the morning, the door's open.
Her door's open.
Her door's open.
Oh, hell
Yeah,
no.
and then, like, yeah, it just, like, spirals from there. And, like, basically she ends up going to, like, she needs to go down to the basement because she runs out of toilet paper. And toilet paper is conveniently in the basement next to the washer and dryer. She goes down there. She finds a secret door. She opens the door. There's a bunch of tunnels Like it's just a one big long tunnel. She goes to the end of the fucking tunnel, and then she goes into the room, and there's a bed, a camera, and a bucket.
Nope.
Yeah, exactly. And that's basically where the trailer ends. And I didn't spoil nothing for you. That's literally the first 15 minutes of the movie. The movie's almost 2 hours. So whatever you're thinking already is not the movie.
I am not staying in that Airbnb.
Hell no, bro.
Who in their right mind agrees to that?
Shares an Airbnb,
Right?
Especially a woman, bro. Like how
With a stranger.
Your safety as a woman, you're gonna stay in an Airbnb with a.
I've been seeing
male
like
stranger?
I'm actually kind of scared to get Airbnbs nowadays because I've been seeing some sketchy stuff, whether
Yeah.
it's cameras or there was this lady that I saw recently. She posted on TikTok of this guy that legit like went inside the Airbnb in the middle of the day, thought she was in there, and he went through like her purse. And it's like, dude, this stuff is
I
like.
saw that.
No.
That was an Airbnb in Mexico.
Was it Mexico?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Where the host, obviously had keys, and he would go in when she wasn't home, and he was stealing from her purse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's always a tourist staying in an Airbnb.
Yeah.
I am not. I don't think I'm doing Airbnbs ever again. I think I'm doing strictly
I've
hotel
never
rooms.
done
I've stayed in
Airbnb.
Airbnbs where there was visible cameras, like in the living room or kitchen, but not in the bedroom. That's
the one he
fucking
didn't
weird,
see, the
freaking
toilet
weird.
cam.
Yeah,
He just goes sit down and just like,
but it's sketchy.
hey
dude.
babe, they have bidets in here. Oh, I don't think it works. It's just a red flashing cam.
Bro, if someone's putting cameras in the toilet, I'm gonna damage that thing one way or
Toilet
another, dude.
Maybe that's what they want to see, bro. They want to see you damage it. There's some sick people out here.
And then they're gonna charge you for it.
Shiitake bomb.
But
dude.
but
Shiitake
even
bomb.
though like that's where your brain is going with the movie, I'm telling you that's not the movie.
All right, I
It's-
wanted to see it
It's
before.
way worse than what you could imagine, and it's pretty messed up.
I don't know if my heart can
It's pretty
handle
effed up.
that.
You can't.
No,
I'm
huh?
telling you right now.
Yeah.
You wouldn't like it. You
Who's the
wouldn't-
producer?
You wouldn't enjoy it.
Who's the producer of that one?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah. But there's some actors in it that are like not even credited in it that I didn't even know were in it.
You don't know
And
who
so,
made
like,
that movie?
I can't tell you. No, not off the top of my head. I'd have to
It did
it up.
look good though. I also saw. The
I'll tell you right
preview
now, it's
at
good.
the movie theater.
It's
and
good.
Yeah,
It's
out,
good.
It's
It
out
will
now?
it'll have you on the edge of your seat. I saw it on Tuesday. Have you ever heard of a fecal transplant?
A fecal transplant,
Fecal transplant.
Sounds all bad already.
like poop.
Yeah,
Yes.
fecal's poop, right?
Yes.
Like somebody shoves poop into your butt.
Yes.
Why?
No, maybe not even in your butt.
Where?
I might have. Oh, here we go. A fecal transplant from a healthy donor encourages the recipient's body to grow helpful
Bacteria.
bacteria, which can cure some infections and reduce the severity of certain gut health problems.
Who wants to volunteer
To what?
to give me poop?
Which one out of all of us has the healthiest poops? That is what we have to determine.
One of us.
So the gut is a home to a delicate balance of millions of bacteria. When these bacteria become unbalanced, a person can develop diarrhea and other intestinal problems. In some cases, the antibiotics that treat infections for these gut also kill off helpful bacteria. For example, about 20% of people who take antibiotics for Clostridium difficile. I don't know. I probably said that wrong. I
What?
probably butchered that.
That sounded perfect to me.
Yeah,
A common bacterial stomach infection that causes diarrhea develop the condition again. This recurrence may be due to the antibiotics disrupting the gut microbiome, in which case reintroducing good bacteria using a fecal transplant may help. A doctor will carefully screen fecal transplant donors to ensure that their gut and feces are healthy. They will test them for various diseases such as hepatitis. I don't got hepatitis.
Me neither.
In most cases, a doctor will deliver the donor feces to the recipient through a colonoscopy. A colonoscopy is a small, flexible tube that they can insert into the colon.
Colonoscopies are expensive.
Yeah. So in your case, they could do an endoscopy.
Endoscopy.
That one.
Yeah.
What is that one?
Down the throat.
Yeah. But we could save all that, and you could just eat shit, bro.
I have to eat it
Well, endoscopy's down the throat,
for science. I'll do it for science.
dude. We could cure all your effing problems.
It might have to be
bro.
a mixture because you
We'll
have
put it in a shot for you.
you probably have a lot of vegetables in your poop.
Yeah, but I also drink more.
You have a lot of protein
I
in
also
yours.
drink more than all you
There's
guys.
definitely- Yo, so it's gonna be solid. Mine's gonna be solid. You're gonna have to true. You're gonna be chewing for a while.
They can't poop protein bars. They're just dry.
Oh, does your butt hurt, dude? Are you okay?
I like corn in my burritos too, so you're gonna feel the texture.
Oh, I love corn, and you just had Chipotle corn too. That's the best corn ever, dude. I'm down for seconds. So you got vegetables.
Yeah, but
you got protein. What does Pablo
I
have?
drink the most, so mine
that's
isn't
all right.
good for you.
That's okay.
I got the creatine for you.
Creatine.
So you'll get buff off of his.
We also just missed an opportunity for. It's corn. It's got the juice. It has the juice. No.
Yeah, the kid who's
Yeah.
obsessed with corn. Yeah. I said that.
Cool kid.
I just didn't
Have
think
a corntastic day.
not your joke, just that meme that he's become.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll do for science.
Would you? Like no, all right, no. The real talk.
I wouldn't eat it. No, I would not eat it.
But like, if you could, if it could help, would you have a doctor put poop in your stomach?
Or if like they make it into like a tablet. You know?
So they're gonna dry it all, blend it, and then put in capsules.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Make a milkshake.
No, what the fuck?
It's like Nesquik.
No, I'll do the tablet. Okay?
You would do it?
Yes, I would do the tablet.
Does it make it worse if you know who the donor is? Like if it's Big Cat, like Big Cat has to be the donor, and they grind his.
No, I'll be bonded.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll thank him.
Would you smell it before you eat it?
Oh, imagine opening that bottle.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
Okay,
like
all right. So
shit.
so
It's gonna hit you more than ammonia.
the dream, no,
Yeah.
no, because remember,
That'll wake you
On
up.
the next episode.
Hey, remember the dream stuff. The dream stuff even smelled like feet.
Yeah.
So imagine opening up that jar.
I did pretty good of keeping it away from me. Then I was like,
Are you weak
Without smelling it.
stomachy? Or you think you could stomach stuff like that?
I'm a wild card because for the most part I can stomach stuff, but lately like some stuff has I still haven't thrown up from it.
I
but
just
come
imagine
close.
this full in the morning. Oh crap! I forgot to take my poop pill.
Hey man, anything that's gonna help me, let's fucking run it. Let's effing run it, bro.
They say that it has a lot of good results.
I'll try it. Like, but I'm not gonna drink or eat.
So the
Poop.
next time you go to your doctor, can you ask about fecal transplants?
Maybe I gotta do some research, or I'll ask him and see, or I'll see what my doctor knows. I'll see what she knows about fecal transplants.
Just cut you open in the operating room, and Porky just pop a squat over you.
Okay, now here's a question for you.
Yeah.
They can't just have you poop it out because it gets bacteria I don't need.
Yeah.
So you're a perfect match. These guys, unfortunately, are not a good match.
Yeah.
Two things that the doctor is asking of you.
Yeah.
First thing is you can't drink for a month.
Oh, you're dead, bro.
You cannot touch alcohol for a month. Second thing is the doctor has to reach in there and personally grab little pieces of poop.
Honestly, the not drinking for a month is probably harder.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You wouldn't quit drinking for me?
For a month?
Yeah. And that's actually a good segue to our next topic.
To our sponsor, Budweiser, King of Beers.
This is actually your intervention. Cue the intervention guy just walks in. What would you do? Would you actually sit here through an intervention, or would you be like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna head out.
I don't know. I guess I'd stay here.
And would you actually go with the guy? No?
I got work tomorrow, bro.
No, but he's like, no, what if it's the actual intervention TV show and he's like, we're going to pay you to do it, but you have to go right now.
They don't pay you, do they?
He's paying you, man.
How much to pay me?
You're already trying. You're trying to get out of it,
What's
man.
the rate? What's the rate? It depends. How much you paying me? You paying me more than I'm making now?
Nah.
You're getting the same amount.
Yeah.
no,
He's
that's
matching your
that's
check.
trash,
Matching your
bro.
He's matching your pay.
That's automatically trash.
So you'd rather go to work than go to
Yeah, because that's when I get off of work and go to drink.
Dang, you got a problem, bro.
Probably.
You got a problem.
Yeah.
You actually might even save some money because you're not buying alcohol.
I don't buy alcohol.
Ah,
My girlfriend works at a bar, bro.
damn.
Yeah. Believe me, I've weighed out the options. It doesn't benefit me. But yeah. Got anything else?
Yeah, actually, I do. Wait, do you have something?
I just had like a comment. Like one of the
Can I poop in your mouth?
no, but one of the I don't want to say most hated, but commonly hated sneaker in the sneaker community, Panda Dunks. Do you guys, any of you guys own a pair of Panda Dunks?
Are those?
Yeah,
I don't,
I have some.
Are those? I don't think those are actually hated.
Well, because they were, I feel like they got overhyped.
There it
Look at
is.
them. Yeah,
My
you got,
Panda Dunks.
you got a pair.
I think these are actually very liked in the sneaker community.
No,
They're
I've been
they're
seeing hate. I've
they're
been
an
seeing-
easy cop. It's not a hate. It's just they're.
They're just dailies now. It's a daily
Yeah.
shoe for somebody.
I feel like I still want a pair.
I'm gonna get a pair tomorrow.
I haven't. Yeah,
I'm gonna try it.
they're-
Hey, try
they're-
for a size 8, Pablo.
Got
I'm
you,
not-
fam.
I'm not.
Beat you.
I'm not in the market to get one.
I'm not trying to. I want one, but I'm not going to.
It's not hated. You know what it is? It's just the Panda has become the like
The new Vans.
Yeah, exactly.
The new
yeah.
Vans. That's what it is.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
It's a great daily.
It's a daily. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
It
great
matches
daily.
with everything. It's
It's a
black
good
and
looking
white.
shoe. Like I said, I still want a pair.
Mhm.
I don't think I'll go for it tomorrow.
I'm gonna go for it, but I don't think it's.
I don't want to ruin my Friday.
I don't hate it.
Nah, dude, Pablo hit 2 last time.
But they're supposed to like. It's supposed to be like a heavy restock tomorrow.
That's
Where,
good,
like,
even
they're like,
better.
oh, everyone's
It's-
getting.
They
one.
don't go for money anymore. It basically
Oh,
goes
yeah.
for cost.
No, they still go for like 200, right? They
Dude,
still
I know-
double, right?
I know someone
you
that
still
paid-
make money on them.
I know someone that paid $270 for a
Not
pair.
not in my
That's
size.
crazy.
Not in my
Dunks, I
size.
know.
Maybe in your guys' size, but in my size, it's cost
Really?
at the most 120.
That's
Plus
pretty
taxes
good.
and fees.
Now that is with taxes and fees.
Oh yeah.
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 Nice.
Because I was gonna say 110 at first, but I was
During
like,
one
nah,
of the-
shipping and everything, it's 120.
One of the earlier drops from a few months ago, I copped a pair in the women's size for my girl.
Yeah.
But I've tried in my size before. I haven't had any luck.
I'm
You
gonna
know what
try
I
for my
always do?
size.
I buy it in my size, and I say it's for my girl, but then I'll be like, oh damn, it doesn't fit. You know what? I'll just keep them. No,
No, it didn't hit. It didn't hit.
Yeah, bro.
It didn't hit.
wrong audience. You can't make it all.
Before we get to questions, I just had one more thing that I just recently heard about, but it happened. Maybe you guys know about it. It happened 92. It's called the
2 years old.
Pepsi Fever. You ever hear about the Pepsi Fever?
Maybe
No.
depends where it goes.
For the
So-
monkeypox.
So this happened in the
It's
Philippines,
real.
and Pepsi had a contest called the Number Fever. So what they did is every evening the news would reveal a winning number, and then
Like a lotto
yeah, essentially yeah, and you
every evening.
every evening. It started in February, I think, and then you would check the bottom of your bottle cap, and if you had the winning number, you win. How much was it? 1 million pesos in the Philippines, which especially in '92 that went.
They call their money pesos too.
I guess so. Maybe
sense.
maybe not, but
They're the browns of the Asian community.
but again in '92, like that's a very huge life changing amount, right? So this actually got a lot of traction and it became very popular there. And they're saying like Pepsi was able to track like where they were making a lot of sales, and they're saying at least half of the Philippines was like buying into this shit, like buying a lot of Pepsi. People were collecting these fucking caps, like they were just waiting for the data.
It's like the like
Yeah,
lotto.
it's a
like
lottery.
when the Mega Millions is like huge here,
Mhm.
or Super Lotto.
Yeah.
That's where the gas. Oh, did you guys sell lotto tickets at Walgreens?
No.
No.
Okay, yeah, at the gas station for sure. They would come in. They would at least buy one ticket
Yeah.
just to be like, you never know.
And this thing, it became so huge that they actually extended it, like Pepsi extended, because they're making sales, like a shit ton of sales in this. And it was actually controlled by the way that they knew what numbers to pick. It was controlled by computer, right? Because
Algorithm.
yeah, well, kind of. They were able to regulate what number was going to be the winning number, and there was only going to be two winners in total. So they were able to print only 2 bottle caps, right? Well, one day,
More than 2.
well,
What the-
hear me out. One day, the computer program fucked up, and that same evening, they read out the numbers 349. Well, 349 was already a losing number for Pepsi, so there was thousands and thousands of 349s out there because it was already known to be a losing number. It was never going to be the winning number.
It repicked a number that had already lost.
Yes, yeah.
And that had already been printed.
And now thousands were made. Now thousands are celebrating that same night. Thousands or hundreds, I should say, of Filipinos go to the Pepsi factory out there,
Thinking they won.
and they're waiting for their money. Well, now the factory shut down. They had to call the cops to like try to regulate, and the executives from Pepsi are like, "What the heck did we just do? Like we screwed up big time." They're trying to figure out how are we going to fix this. Their solution was to announce that it was an error by the computer, and that they're willing to give 500 pesos per winner, which I'm sure still amounts to a lot of money. But when you're talking, 1 million versus 500 pesos, it's like, no, like you guys are lying. Like,
but that's what the lotto does. If multiple people pick the same number, they have to split it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't have that rule in place, so afterwards, when you try to change it,
right?
yeah, people are gonna get angry.
And of course, most people refuse. They're like, "No, I want the money that you said you were going to give us." And they start rioting in the streets. They got Molotov cocktails, throwing them through windows, throwing them inside the Pepsi vehicles, like the trailers, and to the point where 5 people die from that. And then they eventually created like this group, I think of 800 people that were like, okay, collectively we're going to sue Pepsi. I just don't think they ever really won the lawsuit. Like a lot of people try suing Pepsi, but they just never. I don't think they ever won the lawsuit.
At the time,
how many winners was there?
Thousands. They didn't give an exact number, but they're saying like thousands of winners.
Split the winning
amongst the 800 people, I think they were suing for like 3 or 4 million or something like that. But yeah, dude,
which probably would have came out to the same thing, about 500 per.
Not between 800 people.
Nah?
No. 4 million? No way. That's at least a couple thousand.
That's not the first time Pepsi gets in trouble.
What was the other one?
So, like, in the 90s as well, but in America, they were also doing it was kind of the same thing, but it was Pepsi points.
Uh-huh.
So you would screw off a cap, and then underneath there would be, like, a code, and you would get certain points.
Mm-hmm.
And if you got, one of their grand prizes, if you won enough Pepsi points, you would get a jumbo jet. Like, your own, like, jet.
Okay.
Like a jumbo jet just to yourself.
Private jet.
Yeah. I think they never really. I think their like team, like their promotion team, never really like thought things through back then. Because I don't think they it was so many points that people never thought they would actually win that.
Right.
But it was just like, hey, people are gonna buy a lot of Pepsi. Somehow, some way, somebody found a way to like farm points. So I don't know if somebody was just stealing Pepsi and selling off the bottle caps or whatever, but some kid managed to get enough points. And Pepsi was like, "No, we're not giving you this jumbo jet." And he took them to court. He won just money, nowhere near the amount of what it cost a jumbo jet or whatever, but Pepsi lost in that case.
Interesting.
So it's not the first time they screw up.
You'd think they would learn from their mistakes.
It might have been around the same time because what it sounds like is they were doing the same type of thing, but over there they were doing it as a lotto.
I get it. It was a freak accident.
How many dollars equates to?
I don't know.
Filipino pesos,
Usually $20 here is 1 peso in Mexico.
Yeah,
it's still a lot of money. But that's just a freak accident on Pepsi's behalf. You don't expect your program to do that. But I feel like it's avoidable. I feel like somehow it could have been avoidable.
I don't know. 92, it was early on in computers. Don't you remember in 2000, Y2K?
But I feel like they could have.
They thought that the computers were all gonna
I feel like they could have. What they should have done was go. I don't know if this might be if this was too much work for them, but why not go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Until however many. And that way you can be like, okay, number 2 is the winner, number 300 and whatever is the winner. You know what I mean? As opposed to reprinting the same number over and over and over again. You know what I mean? Try to have the less repeats as possible. Obviously, you can't fit that. Well, no, you can fit a lot of numbers on that cap. You just got to shrink them and shrink them.
I think it's just a freak accident.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They didn't think it through far enough, but also they didn't expect it to mess up the way that it did. And maybe that was just them trusting computers too much, or
when was the first time you had a home computer? Because for me, I think it was like 97.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like-
It wasn't very big early on like that.
For us, it had to be like 2004 or something like that. Yeah.
So you got it after Y2K.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So
Right?
computers was
Yeah, I don't
already
think
a
we
thing.
had.
Nah,
Did we have one?
we had before Y2K for sure.
We had one before
You
2000.
thought no, you guys definitely did, and then Nestor freaked out because of Y2K, and he destroyed the computer.
He flushed it down the toilet.
I mean, I was only 7 years old when that happened. I definitely was not using computers. I don't think.
I think
You
we had
never.
one.
Did you guys ever play the Oregon Trail in school?
In school, yeah. Yeah.
On the Mac.
That's actually the game I had in my mind right
They
now.
brought it back. I actually have it. It's on the Apple Arcade.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was playing it today.
Is it fun?
it's
I'm
good.
gonna
It's
get it. I'm
entertaining.
gonna get it. All right, we have
Is it?
questions, Pablo.
Yeah, we do.
We didn't do those.
Oh, we did it?
No.
No.
I thought we
Steph
did.
said, "What is the worst injury you've had?" Mine is. I mean, the only one I can think of is when I got bit by a spider on my toe, and that shit.
That's the worst injury you ever
That
had?
shit grew like I couldn't even put my shoe on. I had to go to the ER, and the doctor had to scalpel it and then drain it, and then put like this long strip of,
A draining tube, right?
not a draining tube, but a long strip of like gauze or something to keep it from closing. And that way I went back to my pediatrician, and she re-drained it, and then it just healed. I didn't even need stitches. It just closed on. Or they might have glued it or something. But yeah, I mean, I was on crutches for a week, and then I literally couldn't fit a shoe on my foot. I had to wear a boot. Like a boot when you break your foot or something. Yeah.
I don't know why I thought Doc Martens.
What about you?
I've literally never been injured in my life. Superior genetics.
Break your nose
No,
real quick.
I broke my arm in first grade.
Oh, you did? Monkey bars?
No, some kid. I used to go to daycare at the YMCA
Uh-huh.
during the summers because my mom didn't have anybody to watch us. And there's this kid. He would always mess with me. He wasn't like a bully or nothing. Like he was just like a troublemaker.
Mm-hmm.
So like there was one day like they let us take our bikes, and I don't know if he was like underprivileged or whatever, but he didn't bring a bike, so I let him ride mine. Full ran it straight into a wall, popped my tire, and I was underprivileged too. Like the place I lived at, the Section 8 Housing Authority, they gave me the bike.
That's nice of them.
Yeah, so I was underprivileged too. The cops, so all the bikes they would steal from like people.
Oh, but you still say fuck the police. They
Yeah,
gave you a
100%.
bike.
I don't care.
Wow, you're
F the police.
ungrateful.
Yeah, 100%. Don't forget it. No, but yeah, he ran my bike into a wall. His mom had to come pick up my bike, take it to a bike shop, get it fixed, and bring it back. But that same kid pushed me off a slide, a very big slide.
So it had nothing to do with the bike.
No, but I'm just saying, like he was just
Like
like
he was a poop head.
he wasn't a bully.
He was a
yeah,
poop
he was
head.
just like
Yeah.
he was just got into trouble, and he didn't purposely push me off the slide. He just tried to like slide down when it wasn't his turn, and I got like shoved off. And it's a very tall slide. That slide actually doesn't exist. It's in Upland, at right next to an elementary school. And I got like it was this big, massive slide. It was like a tower almost like a water tower.
Yeah.
And I got shoved off of it, and like I fell and like I hit my elbow.
Oh.
Like, I broke my arm.
And you were casted for a while?
Yeah.
Rough.
That actually happened the summer right before first grade. So when I started first grade, I had a broken arm already.
That's cool. You had a cast.
Yeah, so the teacher had to do all of my work for me.
Sure
'cause
knew-
it was my dominant arm.
Did your new friend sign it?
Yeah.
Nice. Did that one guy that shoved you sign it?
No, I didn't go to school with him.
Yeah.
Just
Poop
take care.
head.
That pooper. I never had like any like diagnosed injury or anything like that. You know, even
I know yours. We all know yours.
Rotten foreskin.
You've never called it rotten. I love that.
that never happened.
I mean, you had an emergency circumcision.
I mean-
I don't know what the circumstance was.
It wasn't
Your skin walked into that one, dude. Or your old skin.
This has zombie flesh virus. They had to amputate the foreskin before it ever spread to the rest.
I'm glad they did, dude. I didn't want that.
For the record, that never happened.
Oh, so what did happen?
Nothing. Whatever.
I'm just gonna call. You're an amputee, bro.
You're a survivor, man. No.
He didn't
Alright.
like that.
You, Pablo?
I'm sorry, big cat.
I was
He's
in like
furious.
2nd or 3rd grade, and I got kicked in the face, and it broke my nose.
You broke your nose?
You broken your nose?
Yeah.
How do I not know this?
That's what it's like.
Well, he was in
That's it,
2nd or
You went to the hospital?
No. The nurse.
did?
The nurse made me call my mom and tell her that I was fine because I wasn't bleeding anymore.
But it was broken.
Wait, did she like pop it, like straighten it out for you, or
No, they just left it. That's what's crooked up here.
Damn, you have some good
Like-
cosmetic
yeah? What the heck?
plastic surgeons.
Does
or
it
something.
bug? Does it bug your breathing at all?
Yeah.
You have a deviated septum?
I
You can
think
get
so.
a free nose job.
I
you know that,
definitely
right?
do too, but nobody kicked my nose. I just have one.
There's a way to tell if you go like this or like this, and if it pops out on one side, you have a deviated septum.
Mine doesn't pop out, but I can't breathe that good from one nostril.
Yeah, same.
You should get it looked at, dude.
It also hurts on one side. Like there's like a spot where like if you apply pressure, it hurts for me.
You broke your nose.
Yeah.
Would
the
have never
heck?
known.
All right. That's why they ask us these questions, because we learn.
You live with them. You didn't even know.
I didn't even know. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Carlos said, "I'm in a wrestling
In a wrestling
battle
royale.
with all y'all. Who comes out on top?"
He's
Me.
in it. He's in it with us, or
No,
Well,
like
you're not- four of us.
We're not.
I
in
think
here
between the
with-
4 of us, I think Big Cat.
it's pure. It's pretty obvious. It's me.
Nah.
It's very obvious.
Actually, he lost his super. No, I won't go there. Big Cat.
Nah, I think he'll distract himself. I think he's losing.
So who's winning?
I'm not winning.
I'm not winning.
Yeah.
it's
Me.
me.
Are you guys about to wrestle?
Naked. Let's go.
Okay.
Turkish oil
That's
wrestling.
weird, dude.
Yeah.
Turkish oil wrestling.
Oh yeah.
I forgot all
He has a
about
one
that.
up on you. He's not as sensitive down there, after the whole procedure and stuff. All right. Enrique said, "Find me a kidney donor, cuties."
All right,
There
we
you have
will.
it.
He actually really does need a kidney donor.
Does he really?
Yeah. So he does dialysis. Like he has
Oh, really?
messed up kidneys since he
Oh,
was.
shit. I didn't know you had
Oh,
dialysis.
did-
I think at
18,
around
he said?
18 or 19. Yeah.
Something like that,
yeah. And it's just he says it's getting really bad, and he actually needs to find a donor. So
Damn.
Would he ever consider a fecal transplant?
I don't know if that'll fix his renal failure.
Yeah, I don't think it has
It's
to
worth
do
a
with
shot,
that.
right?
I didn't want to joke about that because he truly does need a kidney donor.
If any of you guys have an extra kidney out there,
I have two,
Hit us
but
up.
How do you determine that you're a perfect match?
I don't know. I should ask him.
I think you just get tested, right? Like blood tested.
I don't know.
I'm a registered donor, on my
so
too.
am I,
Me
yeah.
driver's
too.
license. and
They're
stuff,
not,
so.
none of them are gonna work by the time it gets to that point.
Yeah, your kidneys are probably the
I was
worst
gonna
ones
say,
in this room.
I'm also a pretty heavy drinker, so I don't
Who
know.
has the best kidneys in here?
It's got to be
Pablo,
you.
probably.
You or Pablo. Me and Lewis are out.
I drink a lot of water.
But if my
You
kidneys,
take a lot of pills.
if my kidney's good and Enrique needs it, I'll give him one.
pills
Uh,
mess up your liver, not your kidney.
I think they mess up your kidneys too.
They might, but it's mostly your liver. That's why it has like a drinking warning.
I don't take a lot of pills, but I
I've been
do
drinking.
take
I've been taking a lot of
workout
Tylenol
supplements.
lately.
I don't know.
I don't know if that affects.
But if you drink a lot of water,
What kind
I
of
think
supplements?
It helps dilute it.
My pee comes out red. I should be
Red?
fine, right? Just kidding. Yeah, I don't know if you. I'll ask him to clarify. We'll just have him come back on. And he can talk about it.
Let's have him. Yeah, we'll have him come back on.
He's scared to come back on.
Why?
He's shy.
You did good.
So am I.
You're not
Tell him to take
shy.
a shot.
You're not shy.
He
Can't drink, bro. You're an asshole. What's the next question?
I'm just kidding.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
Only because we scolded you.
Nah, I was kidding. I saw these questions yesterday. Clear Frames. Yeah. That's a podcast. If you ever heard of it, like and subscribe.
Cowards. Nope, we already did those.
There it is.
Pablo, what is the cringiest thing Nestor has ever done?
Being born. Not just
This podcast.
Actually, I agree. I cringe every time I edit.
There it is. Nah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Do you guys have one?
I'm pretty sure I can think of a couple of things.
Go ahead.
Give me some time.
What about
I
you?
need some.
Oh.
I don't think you want to talk about it.
Oh.
I think we talked.
Okay,
about
wait. Well, okay. Here's what we're gonna do. You guys can all think of a cringy thing. Once we're done with the questions, we're gonna close out the show, and then you can say your cringy things after the show's closed. And if
If
I
you don't like
approve,
it.
I'll leave them
I
in.
think we said it before.
All right. Well, what's the next question? What's the worst advice you've ever taken from? Question from Jackie. Worst advice. Shit. Sheesh. I'm having deja vu right now, by the way. Very trippy. I got one, but I can't say it out loud.
Whisper.
No, it's disrespectful, I think, if I say it out loud.
Fantasy podcast guest. All of you answer. Who's your friend? Joe Rogan.
No, Theo Vaughn. No.
Ooh, that's a good one though.
Man, so many. It's between. Okay, fantasy guest that I want here is Theo Vaughn. Fantasy podcast that I want to guest on is Bad Friends or Tiger Belly. Between any of those two, I just want to be interviewed by Bobby Lee.
Why?
Because I want to bond with him over my stomach issues.
What if it didn't go the way you wanted to?
Then it doesn't go the way I wanted to. At least I did it. I just want to meet Bobby Lee.
I don't think it's that hard.
I think it's harder than you think it is.
That's
Anyways,
what she said.
you guys are killing me here. What's your fantasy?
Peanut butter and jelly.
All right, I'm losing you.
Oh, you meant podcast.
no, duh.
I thought you meant what my fantasy was. Guess.
Whoa.
Come back. Come back.
I always lose you in the last 10 minutes of the show.
No, I hate
I
answering
do.
questions.
You
I
have
got
a
one.
fantasy? Who?
Yeah, Mike Tyson, and we all do shows with him.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
a good one. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's great, actually.
Yeah.
I would
Mike
love to do
Tyson's
that.
dope, dude.
Yep.
He's a cool guy.
By UP.
I would like to have Andrew Schultz, but at the same time, I'm scared of getting roasted the whole time.
Oh, you're getting roasted.
He's so funny, dude.
You probably get even more roasted doing his show, but
See, I think you guys are all reading too much into like
He'll roast me the
podcast
hardest.
guest. I think it just means guest in general. It doesn't have to be a podcaster.
I know, but
could be
I think
anybody.
that would be interesting.
yeah, me too. I'm sticking to Theo Vaughn.
Mike Tyson for sure.
What about you? I think the only one thinking too hard into this is you.
Probably. Well, that's why I don't like questions.
Who would you like to ask questions to? It's that simple.
Nobody.
All right, then.
There it is.
Soul says, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
What's the worst advice you've taken? That's the one we haven't answered.
Yeah, I couldn't think of one. Well, I thought of one. but-
You.
What did I tell you?
Dogecoin.
Yeah, that was late in the
See
game.
the moon.
That was late.
Dogecoin.
It's still going to the
dude.
moon one day, bro. Wait, how much did you
Yeah.
buy? You didn't even buy that much.
Not as much as you. Do you still have your Dogecoin?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
How much did you buy? I only spent 300, I think.
Yeah, damn, really that much?
Yeah.
Yeesh, you have a lot.
Wait, no, it might not have been that much. I'll give you the exact number right now, actually.
I spent like 70.
Oh, see, that's not too bad, dude.
Nah, it's not going
See.
nowhere. That's the issue.
I'm going to look it up. You guys answer it while I look mine up.
What's the worst advice you ever taken?
I don't know. I don't usually ask for advice, to be honest.
How
Peop-
hard?
Yeah, people sometimes just give it though.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think I'm around 300. Yeah, I'm around there. Yeah.
What about AMC?
AMC, I'm still up. AMC, I actually wrote that
AMC
one
is
down. in my
down
notes.
though. But
It's
you
down
you,
for-
must, you
it's-
must have bought it when it was low then.
It's down for you.
Because I bought it when it was like $15.
AMC, I have a total of 57 shares at $617. That's $10.82 a share. Actually, it might be breaking even now, but AMC split their shares with a different company because I think they got bought out or some company invested in them. So they gave you the amount of shares you have with them. They gave you with the other company. So now you have free double the shares, but the other company is like worth $1 or $2.
Yeah.
I'm still up, but barely now.
I think my fantasy podcast guest might be like Nicolas Cage.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
That's a good
I
one.
just feel like he'd have
That'd be
interesting
cool.
stories. He's been to so many movies and stuff like that, and like on so many
Brendan
sets.
Fraser would be cool too.
Yeah,
Something about him.
definitely. After like last week's episode or whatever, but he
Mhm.
also has a lot of like downtime, so a lot of it would be just about like him, like
His horses.
yeah. But yeah, Nicolas Cage. I don't feel like he ever took a rest.
He's dope. I would talk to him about Bringing Out the Dead, see how he liked filming that movie.
Mark Wahlberg, maybe. Mark Wahlberg is a good one.
I feel like he'd be a wild card.
Yeah, that's cool. You know, it's weird because
Conan O'Brien.
Conan
That'd
O'Brien
be
would be
a
a good one
dope
too.
guess.
Yeah. You think he would hold back, or you think he's at the point in his career when he was just like, screw it?
Conan?
Yeah.
Oh, he's definitely at the screw it part.
Yeah. He's been around long enough. Like,
Well, he doesn't do talk show anymore. He just
He
does
doesn't?
podcast. No.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's been years.
I don't have cable.
Oh, well, yeah, he just does his podcast
I
now.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
That explains it because
Yeah.
like Clueless Gamer, he doesn't do none of that stuff anymore. I used to love that segment.
Yeah, he doesn't do any of that anymore.
Oh, real quick, I don't know if we talked about this before, but we can end it with this. HBO. Did you see they're doing The Last of Us? TV
We
show?
talked about it already.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Last week?
At some point we did.
Off camera, I think.
Oh.
But whatever.
Yeah.
All right, no, whatever. We talked about it.
And on that note,
We out.
like, comment, subscribe, follow us, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Leave a rating, review, Apple, and Spotify. And we love you guys. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Peace. Oh, wait. You guys think of your cringy thing? Cringiest thing?
Yeah.
What?
So we went up to Lake Big Bear,
Uh-huh.
and your ex showed up. And you got extremely drunk.
Blackout drunk.
Blackout drunk. And
Yeah.
you tried to break the lake.
Yeah,
With you
yeah.
standing on top of it.
Yeah, I was
And
depressed. Yeah, thanks for
Yeah.
reminding me.
And we got-
Yeah, no, say no more. Yeah, I was depressed. Anyways, what was yours?
He beat me. That was good.
What was yours?
I don't think I have one. You tried to fight one of my friends at one of my parties one time. That was pretty cringe.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Why? What was it?
I was protecting
don't know.
Charlie.
I was drunk.
I was protecting Charlie. Yeah, I remember that. Clear. I was drunk, but I wasn't blackout drunk for that one. He's just Charlie.
Protecting him from what?
Well, Charlie passed out on the grass, and then this fool was fucking with him, and I told him, "Well, fuck with somebody that's awake," and then I was trying to fight him, and that was that.
But I used to always get fucked with when I was passed out.
That's different, though.
God.
We were boys. I didn't know this fucking guy.
All right.
You got anything,
Yeah.
Pablo?
Nah.
Peace.